Welcome back to Fett's Legacy, everyone. My name is Taryn, and I'm here today to talk about a new Star Wars mystery project in the works, and how Star Wars have finally confirmed the truth about Rian Johnson's supposedly upcoming Star Wars trilogy. So guys, before we get right into it, I just want to say, please like and subscribe, it helps me out a lot, and also, if you want to leave a comment down below, tell me what your thoughts on this new movie is, what direction you think it's going to go, and how you feel about the future of Star Wars. So guys, let's just jump straight into it. So this new Star Wars mystery project is actually going to be directed and mostly written by Taika Waititi, who has worked on, various movies. He's a very talented writer and director. He's worked on movies such as Thor Ragnarok. He's actually the main guy right now for the new Thor Love and Thunder. He helped write and direct Free Guy and Jojo Rabbit. And he's also helped direct episodes of Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, and was also one of the writers on Marvel's What If. So guys, he clearly has a lot of experience in the major filmmaking industry, and he's used by Disney quite a bit. He actually has, experience in Star Wars, which is what I want to see when someone takes over a Star Wars project. I want to know that they know Star Wars, that they love Star Wars, they have a passion for it, because when you bring in people who don't really care about Star Wars, don't know much about it, and they're just looking to make money or make like a box office movie, that's when things start to go downhill, like we saw with the sequel trilogy. So guys, it's nice to see that he has worked with John and Dave on Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, and I think he's even working with them for Kenobi. So definitely happy to see that he is now getting his own Star Wars project. I'm not sure how long this has been in the works, but I know he has been mainly working on the new Thor movie, so I'm sure it can't be that far into production. But yeah, so he has lots of experience. I'm very excited. We don't know much about this project. It's still being called, Taika Waititi's Star Wars Mystery Project. So we don't even know what it's going to be about. But it has been said by Kathleen Kennedy that Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron, that you guys might know I made a video about. I will leave that up in the top right if you haven't seen it. Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron movie will most likely come out after Waititi's film. So this actually makes me think that, the original date that we thought Rogue Squadron was going to come out, which was going to be towards the end of this year, might be pushed back to the end of next year. And this is because, like I said, Taika Waititi has been heavily focused on the latest Thor movie, which comes out very soon. And so I can't imagine that he's been heavily working on this latest Star Wars movie. And production can't be that far in first of all, it's still being called a mystery movie, and we don't even know much about it. But he's been working on this other huge movie for Disney and Marvel. So I really do think that maybe this is going to be taking a little longer than we thought. It could even push Rogue Squadron back to 2024. I'm not sure. It depends on how far this movie is along. But like I said, because he's been working on so many other things, I highly doubt it's very far in. I could definitely see a release date of early 2023. I don't know if it would come out towards the end of this year. Maybe at some point next year, but again, guys, with the latest Thor movie, I just don't see how he could have done that. And he was one of the main guys on that, and also been able to focus on a whole new Star Wars movie that he has control over. I just don't see how that's possible, unless they're going to rush it. And if they're doing that, then, that's spelling disaster already, right? So I hope that they take their time with this. I do want a new Star Wars movie. It's been 3 years, I'm pretty sure. So I do want a new Star Wars movie, but again, guys, I don't want them to rush this. I want this movie to be good. I want it to be, one of the best we've ever seen. And, I don't want it to end up being like the sequel trilogy. And even though I didn't hate it, even the Han Solo Star Wars story movie, it wasn't bad, but we all know it could have been better. It definitely wasn't as good as it could have been. And I want them to take their time with this. Make it more, in line with Rogue One. What they did with that was incredible. It was a great movie. I want to see something like that. So I'm not sure exactly on the timeline this is going to be. I don't even know if it follows in the timeline with Rogue Squadron, because we did talk about the timeline for that movie. This could be its own separate movie. Kathleen Kennedy did say that she's not really trying to call anything a trilogy right now, so it could just be a whole separate movie. We do know that, eventually this whole Mandoverse, Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka kind of timeline will kind of culminate into one movie, I'm pretty sure, with Thrawn and maybe Ezra comes back, and who knows, but we I would love to see a movie about that. I don't know how far, that's coming. I mean, how far away that is, because we still have yet to see Ahsoka, which just started production, and that would obviously have to come out before the movie, because Ahsoka is going to set up Thrawn, probably Ezra, maybe we'll see Sabine Wren, and obviously Mando and Book of Boba Fett are still going on. Hopefully we get a season 2 of Book of Boba Fett, but if we are getting a movie based on that universe, we would at least have to see the Ahsoka show first. So whenever that comes out, this movie, if this is what the movie is going to be about, then the movie would have to be after Ahsoka, and it's looking like Ahsoka is going to come out sometime next year. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe, how they're doing Kenobi right now, maybe we get Ahsoka around May next year, because at the end of this year is supposedly Mandalorian Season 3, and I do think Bad Batch Season 2 will probably be coming out sometime this fall, in between Mandalorian Season 3 and Kenobi. I'm not sure if anything else. Oh, and I think Andor is coming out this year as well. So those 4 shows will be this year, I'm pretty sure. And then next year, it will be Ahsoka and Acolyte, and I think even a Lando show is supposed to come. So that'll all be great. Hopefully we get an announcement of Book of Boba Fett Season 2, and maybe that could come towards the end of next year. Kind of like the same kind of release date for Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett, around December-ish. And so, it would have to probably come out after all of those. So it could even be pushed back to 2024, depending on what movie they're trying to make. If this is going to be, in, the High Republic era, then they could do it any time. But I do know that they eventually got to make a movie around this Mandoverse kind of whole storyline with Thrawn and stuff, so I'm not sure if that's what it's about. Or it could just be, a prequel to the Rogue Squadron, or it could just be a whole new different thing, and it could just be a High Republic kind of series. I would love like an Old Republic themed kind of thing. Let's get some Revan in here, some Malgus. Like, I would love to see some new, well, not new stuff, some old stuff, but finally on the big screen for Star Wars. So please let me know what you think about this new mystery Star Wars project coming, and how it will most likely delay Rogue Squadron from a late 2022, early 2023 release date. And it's definitely looking pretty good, because he's a very good director. So let me know what you guys think, and where you think the story is going to go. And let's just move right on to the Rian Johnson Star Wars Trilogy quickly. There's not much to talk about here, guys, but it has been confirmed by Kathleen Kennedy that the Rian Johnson Star Wars Trilogy has not outright been canceled, but it has been backburnered. That's the exact term that they use. So it's definitely on the, in the back of their minds right now, as he's working on a movie called Knives Out, and he's signed a deal with Netflix to make multiple movies. So he's clearly busy with a whole nother franchise and stuff. And so they're talking about obviously not canceling his Star Wars trilogy, but it's definitely been put on the back burner. And here's the thing, guys. Like, for me, Rian Johnson directed the worst Star Wars movie ever created. The Last Jedi, Episode 8, in my opinion, is the most divisive and terrible Star Wars movie we've ever seen. So if they want to delay his trilogy, fine. I think they should just outright cancel it and give a trilogy to John and Dave. I don't see why we would give a trilogy to a guy who made the worst movie in the entire franchise, personally. But again, I'm not the director at Disney or Lucasfilm. I don't make the decisions. So, we're going to agree to disagree, I guess, because a lot of the fans don't even want him to make a trilogy, just based off of what he did in The Last Jedi. He made a lot of divisive decisions, and killing off the beloved Luke Skywalker and ruining his character before he even killed him off was just, it really hurt a lot of fans. It hurt me especially, and I'm sure it hurt some of you guys if you guys remember that period in time. As after episode 7, a lot of fans were actually excited for the future of the sequel trilogy. It wasn't the best movie, but it wasn't bad. It followed a lot of the original trilogy, and it had some good moments, and we could see where things could go. Snoke actually looked like a decent villain, and Kylo Ren seemed very cool. And Finn, he could have became a Jedi. There were so many things that they could have done, and I feel like episode 8 really destroyed a lot of the hope in fans' minds, and really destroyed a lot of the promise of that sequel trilogy. So, in my opinion, I would just cancel his whole stupid Star Wars trilogy. I wouldn't even give him one. But again, I don't make the decisions. And yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think. Now that they're delaying his trilogy, I'm sort of happy that we're not getting it anytime soon. But also, I do want to see some Star Wars content. But if it's going to be ruining the Star Wars that I know and love, then I don't want it, obviously. So if they could just cancel his trilogy, that would be great. But as of right now, it's been on the back burner, and they have other projects coming. So let me know what you guys think about the Rian Johnson trilogy being backburnered, and what you think about Taika Waititi's movie, and now it's pushing back Rogue Squadron's movie. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Please like and subscribe, and thank you all for listening. See you guys next time.